Oh, we're doing one record. Let's do one record. Let's lay a record. Is that what you say? Oh. There's too much eye contact while he plays these. Keep it going though. Get funky, baby. Oh, that's not it. That's it? He's done it. Oh.
I feel like I'm in a marble run game. You ever played a game? There was a classic game on the PC computer, Macintosh. I had a Macintosh, and on it there was a game where you were a marble. Oh, it's on the tip of my head. What's it called? It doesn't matter. But you were a marble, small marble, big world. You had to get around it, and this was the theme tune.
And it was called Small Marble Big World. So, which is just how things are.
Yeah.
That's like...
all marbles are small, all worlds are big.
Yeah, it's true.
I think Jesus said that.
Do you think when was marbles invented?
I think that was Jesus' main thing, wasn't it? Guys, you guys and your hoops and sticks, sick of it, put the hoop down within that hoop, put some marbles, try and get them out.
Yeah. It was,
I think that's how marbles work.
Drink this wine, for it is my blood. Taste this bread, for it is my body. Play with these marbles, for they...
that's where the whole fiddling.
Thanks,
That's where the whole
on
fiddling people started.
No.
Well, that's
Jesus definitely didn't. Come on now.
Come on now.
Come on. He was very good boy. Welcome to...
Welcome to Short Change, baby. When you listen to one of the full episodes, it goes on, and these boys keep talking about stuff, and they have put preparation. They just want it to end.
I sure know what you're talking about.
You're like, my train ride's only 20 minutes long.
Not mine.
Well, here's an episode for you.
1 hour.
1 hour. Oh, well, then you can listen back to the other
Yeah,
episodes.
I did. The other day, I listened to the other one.
What'd you think?
On the train. It was fine.
Yeah. We're always...
It was a strong start, and we fade pretty much during the middle
That's what we always
generally.
think, that we always walk out here going, boy.
Once it gets to the knowledge parts, we're like...
when we have to teach
yuck,
things.
boring.
when we move in out of the comedy bit into the hospitality bit,
Yeah.
that's real bad.
There was in the last one where you clearly just sound bored. And you're just like, here we go. We're talking about recycled stuff, and I'll tell you what, Wayde is forcing us to do this. I had 15 more dick jokes, and I'm not allowed to use them.
You can recycle a dick.
What the fuck? That's...
I had no meaning behind that. It just it sounded funny to in my head.
It sounded funny out of your head. Hey, it's shortchanged, and it's shorter, and it's very different because it's not about hospitality. There's definitely no boring bits, except for maybe the whole thing this time. I am Mitchell.
Oh.
Bill I am.
Ah.
And this...
Right Boy the Boy.
He's Right Boy the Boy, and someone who will never respond to us saying his name...
There we go.
...is Wayde the Spade. Welcome, Wayde the Spade, who's allowed to talk on these ones but chooses not to.
It was definitely his idea when we first came up with this idea.
Listen, we should do a shorter one where I get to say a few things. Sure thing, Wayde. We encourage you because you're a good person.
And you do all the work.
Welcome.
You should get a chance to speak.
Yeah.
And he doesn't take it. I guess
Anything you want to... Any opinions you want to throw out?
Oh, Jesus.
He's nodding his head.
Hey, look, we've worked together for some time.
He pointed at me when he said that.
No, not Wade. Me and Wade have worked together as well.
Yeah. Wade and I have worked together
from
on this.
day one, me and Wade said, let's get to work. We're going to make them dollars.
Ducats.
Ducats.
Sorry, duck hats. You kids with your get-rich-quick schemes.
Well, ducks out there, very few hats on them.
And the only place they get sunburnt is probably their little bills. So they need a hat.
No, they need a mask, like a surgical mask or something like that, similar to a surgical mask.
Why? Hats take the shade off your face.
Bills are coming out fair way.
Yeah, get a better hat.
Oh, bigger
It's
hat.
the other way around. Mate.
Broad brim hat.
Hats take the shade. Yeah, you're right.
Broad bill
Wayde's
duck.
right.
Get a broad brim hat.
Say that one more time.
Broad, big duck, little hat. It's the name of a new podcast I'm coming out with.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's themed.
Tell us more about that. Is it ducks that can talk?
Yeah, definitely about ducks. That's really as far as I can think on the top of my head.
What you got any podcasts coming out, Wayde? You want to plug?
I got one. Here's one. Here's an idea. I'm throwing this around. I'm trying to find a host, but no one wants to do it with me, which is makes it
Everyone wants to do it with you.
no one wants to talk to me about bears talking.
Too busy wanting to do it with you.
Well, we can do that, and then we'll move on to bears.
Okay.
You've heard of bears.
No one wants to talk to me about bears talking.
Hey, listeners, name your favorite bear talking movie about bears talking.
I like Finding Christopher Robin.
Yep, that's a great one.
Winnie the Pooh talks.
Is that the name of the movie?
Yeah, there's lots of movies with Winnie the Pooh in them, but one
Sure.
is called Finding Christopher Robin.
And it's fantastic.
It's so good.
Best movie that year. I'll say it.
That was the best movie of, what is it, last year?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, well, what came out better last year? Paddington 2 came out the year prior, so that was the best movie that year.
Best talking bear movie of that year,
No,
definitely.
no, best movie.
Best movie?
Yeah, that year, yeah.
Okay.
Paddington 1, I think 2 years prior to that, so that was probably the best movie that year.
Did you look these up recently?
No, I have no idea.
You just have a catalogue.
No one listening is going to be able to well, they could fact check me if they look it up, but no one off the top of their head is going to be like, no, I'm sorry, Paddington 1 definitely didn't come out that year.
Yeah, no one does anything off the top of their heads. Information is in their pocket.
Yeah.
Their penises. No, it's phones.
This is also a pre-recorded podcast. They're not going to be able to tell you right now anyway, even if they wanted to.
Good point. We're going to live stream at some point.
Potentially.
Sure. Talking bear films, some great ones. Best one, probably Country Bears, no doubt about that, based on a popular theme park ride in Disneyland where there's bears and they play banjos, and it's called the Country Bears Jamboree.
But this movie, this is the thing I have with this movie, and we come to heads about this. We come to heads. We have two heads about this.
We buck heads.
Is
Is that the thing? Like the deer.
It is one of the
like the
sayings.
goats.
We put our butts on our heads about this. The movie is garbage.
No,
And it is famously garbage. It is critically panned. It is
it's
by
no
the
good.
fans. It was panned. It was fan panned too.
no, it can't be fan panned.
What? Whereas
No, like
Kung Fu Panda has panda fans.
Oh.
How can? Okay, but first of all, if you're a fan of a theme park
I
ride,
feel like we're wasting content for your shitty fucking bear podcasts.
good point. No, I got years worth of fucking bear content. I'll just touch on this briefly. I'll just do it again. No one's gonna fucking listen to my bear podcast. That's fine. It's gonna be me and my dad and my brother, and we're gonna listen to Country Bear podcast, and it's gonna be great. No one who is going to a theme park and thinking, wow, this ride's amazing. There's bears with banjos. They're playing the banjo jamboree. I'm having a good time eating my shitty food from stall over here with my family. No one thought, if there's a fucking movie about this, it's going to be gold.
Yeah.
They were just like, that's weird and that's fun. I'll watch it. And their expectations were probably pretty low.
Well,
So it's great.
when did it
compared to
come-
expectations.
when did it
That
come
is
out?
not
Because
a reason.
Disney went a bit nutty about releasing films based on their rides.
Pirates
after
of the
Pirates
Caribbean.
of the Caribbean came out.
Caribbean.
And they went,
It's definitely Caribbean, isn't it?
Well, it depends where you're from.
From the Caribbean. If you're from the Caribbean, is that what you'd say?
I think they speak a different language.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's more like yar. And then there was Haunted Mansion.
Oh, is that based on
Also,
that? Okay.
yeah, it's based on the Haunted Mansion at Disney.
That makes sense.
Who stars in that film? I feel like it's Eddie Murphy.
It's Eddie
Yeah,
It is
Okay,
Eddie
yeah.
Murphy.
Famously bad movie as well.
Yep.
What do you
as
mean,
was
like
Country
every movie
Bears.
that he's been in?
He's been in
in
a
the,
lot
like,
of bad movies. It's amazing that he can
post-2000?
be so well regarded and in so
Tomorrowland
many
Because
bad
he was
films.
so funny
yeah, he's
back
pretty
in
funny.
like mid '80s, late '80s.
Yeah.
he was so
a
funny.
bit dated now.
Yeah,
bit homophobic.
granted. Well, the stand-up was
The stand-up, yeah.
but the films were still good.
Haunted Mansion, Country Bears, Pirates of the Caribbean. What else you
Yeah,
got?
you
Tomorrowland.
went right in the middle. That was a good compromise.
Thank you. Start halfway.
Tomorrowland.
Tomorrowland. What was that? What was-
Exactly. No one watched it.
Rings a bell.
Big sci-fi thing. Some kids find a
yeah.
gateway to a different place.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. What happens
I think Jeff Bridges touches some grass in
Okay.
the trailer.
There you go.
Okay.
You know how in trailers it's like someone runs their hand through some tall grass.
Yeah.
I think he does that.
Yeah, to show us like this is childhood and we're
Yeah.
living. But Jeff Bridges,
I
though.
grew up
Was
here.
Jeff Bridges ever a child? That doesn't seem right.
No, that's not right.
Absolutely, absolutely not.
Right? He came out. Where's the nearest hoagie? Let me at it. Or hoagie in mouth.
What's a hoagie? Is that a cigar of
It's a
some
sub.
sort?
It's a sub, yeah.
It's a
Sandwich.
sub sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Popular in the States, I believe.
And
Haven't been.
that's what
You were
adults
there.
eat.
What?
Is that what adults eat? He came out as an adult and asked for a sandwich.
It's what his type of human eats, yeah, hoagies.
Right.
And probably apple pies, I imagine.
What does my type of human eat?
Pizzas,
Without cheese.
no cheese, a lot of meat.
A lot of meat.
I don't even love meat.
Every time I've seen you eat, it's been some meaty food.
That's not true. Right
Oh,
cooked
right
a
cooked.
Yeah, I
vegan
cooked
meal.
I cooked some
Yeah,
vegan
but-
meals.
Yeah, right, whatever.
But were they food? When we went to the pizza shop,
I
by the
would-
way,
I would
we
say they were
get
good meals.
We good. Thank you very much. I cook very, very, very well. I'll say it. We went to the pizza shop. We got some dinner, and then he said, "Hey, you can get 2 large pizzas for the price of these small pizzas that you're buying. You idiots! Why don't you get big ones?" And we were like, "Yeah, sweet." We can sandwich. Well, Mitchell said we can sandwich them together for Wade, and he laughed. He had a good chuckle to himself. I'm like, he doesn't know Wade.
But maybe he does.
Maybe he listens to the podcast.
Maybe he's tuning in. Maybe
Well,
he's like, Wade, that fucking idiot. He'll never. Don't give him your pizzas.
He actually does probably know me. I live
Does
across
he
the
know
street
your
from
name
the
is
pizza
Wade?
He doesn't know my name,
Oh.
so...
We said Wade the Spade, and it was at
Oh, no, he knows that.
It was at
yeah.
Spade. He was like,
Yeah,
And then we
yeah,
sort
yeah.
of did like impressions of you. And he was laughing
it was
quite
pretty
a lot.
quiet.
How did you
Especially
manage
because
to-
all impressions of you involve 2 people sort of intertwined in weird angles.
We gotta get the elbow skin going.
Yeah.
So.
Slithering about on all 4s.
Yeah, standard.
Well, 8s.
That's true.
Oh, yeah,
Hey,
right.
yeah.
'Cause 2 people.
Yeah.
Basic, quick maths.
maths.
Glad we both
I
went
also
there.
have 8 legs, so...
What other podcasts are we going to do?
Sure.
Ain't No Mountain High Enough. It's just complaining that those mountains aren't high enough. And planes, they go over them every single time.
Defeats the
I
purpose
don't
of
see
even
enough
having
80s action movie plane crashes into the tops of mountains during a heavy cloud.
Yeah. I haven't seen that scene in a while.
No. Well, that's because
Yeah.
Ain't No Mountains High Enough. And we know it.
They built planes that could
well,
go over the mountains.
Yeah.
And now it's...
Boring. What else?
Fucking. Look, really, it's the Bears one for me. That's all I had.
That swear was
I
unnecessary.
I'm sorry about that. I only prepared the Bears one as my joke. It's not a joke for me, but everyone else seems to think it's fucking hilarious.
Not this guy.
No, you get to hear about it a lot. I haven't got many other quirks in my personality. It's mainly not knowing things, but knowing country bears. Those are my 2.
That's your 2
Those are
things
my
that
2
you
traits.
got
I
going
still
on.
feel like if we went to a quiz about country bears, we'd still lose.
Yeah,
100%.
that's for sure.
Because
Yeah.
they'd ask me about the actors. They go, Christopher Walken, and then they ask about the other ones. I go, no idea. And even then, Christopher Walken, I know who was in Country Bears, and that's kind of where that ends.
What's the band that's in it that isn't the country bears?
Yeah, the
In the
Skiffle
bar.
Band?
In the bar, I don't know.
Yeah, no, they're a Skiffle Band. They're a very popular, hot band. Can't remember the name. Don't know.
Oh, no, I meant the band that appears.
Oh,
in
the
it.
people that play the Bears.
No.
I feel like you would lose
No,
trivia because you can't even maintain a conversation about the fucking thing. Your podcast is gonna be shit. You're gonna be like, have you seen Country Bears? And it'll be like, yeah, a few times. I've got some questions about it. What's your? I like the part where this happens. You're like, what? When? What? This is my favorite movie. I love it so much. What band? There's a band?
Well, this would be good because I'll be surprised about all the facts I find out about Country
It'd be
Bears.
like watching the movie for a second time.
There's a human band. Right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, come on.
There's a human band
Yeah,
that
there
is
is.
in a competition against them to
Yes.
win like best band.
How can you guess this intricate plot? This is insane.
Because it's about a band of bears.
yeah,
You can guess the same about School of Rock. You're like, oh, it's a place where they. I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, there's a band. There's a band. They go up against the Bears, and they're like, these bears are washed up. They could never fucking. They
Oh,
could
so
never.
the bears used to be popular in the movie.
Have you seen the Blues Brothers?
Yeah.
It's a lot like that to a point of a rip-off, but they're
Right.
bears. You got to get the band back
I
together.
guess that's cool.
Yeah. See?
It's got to be
It's
better
because-
than Blues Brothers 2000.
Yeah.
Most things.
Yeah.
I
all
tried
things are
playing
better
the
than that
I
film.
tried playing the video game of Blues Brothers 2000.
There was a video game.
I couldn't get
There-
out.
Of course, it was the right time
Yeah,
for
I couldn't get out of the cell. I was in a jail.
You couldn't
ce-
get
I
out
was
of your
in- I was
cell?
in a jail cell, and I couldn't get out. And they were like, "That's realistic. It's hard."
Yeah. That is how jail
and it
cells
was-
are supposed to work.
5 stars out of 5. It was
Yeah,
very good.
you've done it. Blues Brothers 2000, the realism.
They nailed realism well before Metro 2033. I couldn't think of any other games.
Is that realistic? It's set in the future.
Yeah,
Sim
sure.
City.
Oh, it's Blues Brothers. Jesus.
What else is hot and what's not?
Sun,
Sun.
the moon.
We
There you go.
we prepped even less for this short change episode today. I'm so much gassier than I am as well. So it's
You're so
all
much
downhill.
gassier than you are.
oh boy, oh boy.
I showed up tonight while Rye just burped for like 25 minutes before we started. Just going, blah. I've had quite a few beers. Blah, 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 blah. And it's showing.
We no longer work together. That was what I was going to say before.
That is big news.
We worked together. That was a big
Well,
part
you
of
worked for me.
Well, I like to think we were side by side.
I bet you do.
We did about 50-50 of the work around that place. I think it was pretty even.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
You're a real guide to all the new people coming in.
Well, when you came in, you
really-
had some hospitality questions, and I had been in around for a little while, so I answered them for you, showed you
Yeah.
the place.
Yeah.
But you had some things to teach me,
I'm
because you'd
pretty
also...
sure when I started, because you were there before me. We should.
Yeah.
I don't know if we ever.
Well
mentioned
before
that.
you.
He was
Been around.
Wow, he's really egotistical about it now, and yet somehow I surpassed you so quickly. Definitely because you're not trying.
Far older.
That's why. They're looking for age in these roles.
Well, yeah, sure, in a management role, probably.
You reckon they look for age over
Yeah, but you're pretty old
skill
too,
and
dude.
history?
Quite,
yeah, you're
but
not
I
a
look
child.
quite young.
Yeah, but that doesn't. You're definitely.
gonna keep
you're
playing that card.
arguing yourself out of so many jobs. Like every time you go to an
want
interview
any-
and
I
they're
don't
like,
want any
now
jobs."
listen, you look great for this job. And
I've
you're like,
made it-
well, I'm pretty young and I don't want to work.
I've made it so clear to every employer I've ever had that I don't want to be there, don't want to
Yeah.
do any job. And every one of them's kept me around for some reason, except for one who fired me for that reason. That sucked. I hated it. It hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Because also, I had
And
to
yet
stick-
you didn't change.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I had to stick it. I really struggle to put on a game face, which
You've seen it
I'm
before
trying
this.
to. I'm trying to work on it. It comes with age, though. I imagine.
No,
Okay.
You're past the point.
you just do it.
I just got too many other things going on, like podcasts.
There's a 15-year-old that we worked with a while ago. I don't know if you were there, but her game face way better than yours. She's way younger than you.
Yeah.
Um,
She hasn't seen as much shit as I know what's on the other side. So I'm right in the middle. I'm not old enough to get over it, but I'm also too young. I've seen some things, but
have you had to clean many toilets?
no, not really. Only a few.
Have you, Wade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes, this is a
I've
not
cleaned.
visual podcast.
I've cleaned my.
Yes.
I've cleaned my fair share of toilets, but they're all very nice toilets.
Yours.
No, mine's
no.
no. I don't clean my toilet.
No, I don't clean my toilet.
I guess the
I have the
housemates
help
to do that. I say I do the dishes because I can do that. That's fine. I don't do them very well, but they're like, all right, so I'll clean a toilet once every now and then. And then they find out what the situation is, and they're, well, I made a bad choice.
Yeah, you're just like painting the walls.
Like one of those summertime sprinklers. Like,
Yeah.
No, I'm
With
talking
your
about
Oh
butt.
God.
with my butt. No, it's all right. I take Metamucil now. It's more just a.
Terrible.
One more time for the fans.
No, you don't need another one. That's it.
Good.
Just once.
I've had to clean quite a lot of toilets in my hospitality life.
Yeah. What's the worst one?
Well, I don't know about. Well, there's plenty of worse ones. We don't. Where we were, we didn't have to clean the toilets because they're the toilets of the building.
Yeah.
But there was a guy that I hope he listens because I made a formal complaint because he absolutely every single morning. So I'd start later than you.
Yeah.
And I'd get in a little bit early, go to the bathroom, and then have a coffee, that sort of thing. Not in the bathroom. And the toilet was always shit everywhere. Seat, walls,
Wow.
toilet paper,
Wait. What? Serious?
Seat.
Are you serious?
walls, every single day. Toilet paper rammed into the toilet like a full roll. Toilet paper wet on the ground.
What?
And then in the
Who
sink,
knows what it's wet with as well?
in the
What?
sink area, which is a different room
Yeah.
with several sinks, one of the sinks was always just flooded with more paper towel and everything. And I knew who it was. And so I made a formal complaint. And then I think they gave him keys to different toilets.
You get the VIP
no.
suite.
Yeah.
Unless that was his ploy the entire time.
Yeah, maybe.
He's probably brought home.
No, I
he's
think
probably
he's very
brought from home
ill
some
and-
brownie mix, and he's like, they're gonna think this is shit. He
Yeah.
sprinkles it around, has a normal shit like a regular person, and then eventually he gets his own bathroom.
Maybe.
Sure sounds like
Maybe.
it was real shit.
Uh,
Yep.
that's insane. If that's real, also
What do you mean
probably,
if that's real? You
also-
think he staged it every morning?
I think you're lying.
Oh, you think I'm lying?
No, I don't
You
think. I don't think
think
you're lying. I'm
I'm
thinking
lying.
if I go into a toilet
Mitchell,
and
I believe you.
But if you've
Thanks,
gotten
mate.
shit on the walls, then you've probably got shit in yourself,
Yeah.
right?
Hence everything being full of water to wash yourself.
From the toilet?
Sure.
There's nothing else in there. It's
From
just
the
toilet.
sink, probably. That's
So,
what
but
was
he
happening
went-
over there.
Yeah, but he
I don't
went.
know.
That means if there was wet toilet paper on the ground, there was water in the toilet area, then he would have to go to the sink and come back.
I think
right?
it's difficult for you to try to Sherlock Holmes a scenario that you have never actually seen. You can't look for clues in your imagination.
I just can't imagine being that person.
Yeah, you should see him. He's a mess.
Okay, so he's probably dead.
Probably covered in shit.
He's not dead. I feel he's definitely got some sort of bodily problem.
Okay.
It's not visually apparent. I
Yeah,
wasn't
okay.
meaning to imply that, but I think he's also does not care that he was
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah, for
until
yeah.
someone has come and said, "Oh, you can't do that."
Yeah.
Anyway, we didn't have to clean it, which was great because it
Yeah.
was shared by the building. But my new place where I work, there are bathrooms, and I'm not looking forward to it. Because my first hospitality job had bathrooms, and every now and then someone would come in and be like, "There's been something happen in there."
Oh my god.
I had a staff member once disappear. And it was like,
What?
maybe 50 minutes later,
50 minutes.
the manager was like, "Where the hell is this guy?" And I was like, "He went to the bathroom, and then he never came back." And he went looking for him, and then he just like, the manager came back, and it was all very tight-lipped, but then his girlfriend brought in a bag, and then he left it in new pants, and I was like,
Oh no.
"Oh, no,
poor buddy.
Oh no.
that has gone poorly."
Oh, I feel really sad now.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was a real rough time, because he was also incredibly lovely.
Oh.
It was like old hospo, like maybe it was like, he's probably my age, but it was still just working in bars and working in cafes casually.
When was it? How old were they at the time? How old were you at
my
the time?
age now, but I was younger than you then. So if you
So it's the
carry the
question-
4 and then divide by the dividend.
Let's say, can we say early 20s? Early 20s.
No, he was in his late 30s.
Oh, I see.
I
You
was
were
in my
young. He
early
was.
20s.
That's so sad.
You think I was old and he was real
I
young?
thought you were saying he was the same age. I thought you meant he was
It
your
doesn't
age.
matter. Anyway, the poor guy had an accident.
He was an adult.
And then he just
Yeah.
was stuck in there, I think. Is my guess. The manager never was very nice and didn't let anyone know.
Ah, that's hard. That sucks. I mean,
think
like
it wasn't
you'd
hard.
like to, well, yeah, you'd like to as well think that if you were in a relationship and they brought you pants, that you'd be all fine. But it would be a rough little patch, I think, of feeling.
Tell you what, if my partner brought me in
Demasculated.
pants, I'd be walking out of there in my new white pants, just grinning at you all, just being like, hey, going home early. Hot tip, shit yourself, go home early. Sick leave, baby.
You're a very particular person, though. Your level of shame is maybe a lot lower,
Maybe.
or
I
it's
don't know.
buried further down.
In the butt. Let's wrap this up. This has been a mess.
Has this been shortchanged? I think it has. Hey,
Let's try it again.
from the top.
Oh!
No, you know what? We nailed it.
From the top. Oh, sorry.
sorry.
I thought
It's
you were
from
gonna
the
sing
top,
it.
then.
Fuck. Thanks very much for joining us and tolerating this if you bothered to.
Oh, what a bullshit episode.
What an absolute
Hey,
piece of
catch
shit.
us next week. Next week we do a full hour-long episode. We do topics and we do preparation sometimes, and it's maybe better. I don't know.
It's definitely better. We've got stuff to say.
Yeah, sometimes.
This one we didn't.
No, we definitely didn't prepare for this one.
No.
But
Righto.
we had fun.
Meh.
See you later. That's good.